Welcome back. So second video from the Cadwell weekend, and this set of videos covers the last practice session that I had on Friday 2nd of August, and then goes into the race days, which is the 3rd and 4th of August. It went gradually downhill from the Friday where I had a bad back, because the bike started getting a problem. So this video is interesting. There's a collision in it. It's a forward-facing camera, so you get to see all that in its glory. I'll let you watch that and see what happened. And I also then suffer an electrical breakdown on the bike. Frustratingly, I went through the bike, checked all the connections, checked how the bike was running. We swung a meter through everything to check everything. Everything looked to be working okay. The bike was revving freely in the paddock. I subsequently went out for qualifying, had a brilliant qualifying session. Bike ran faultlessly. I got stuck behind I think a R6. I don't have footage of the qualifying because I ran the bike as light as possible, so I didn't carry anything else on there, minimal fuel. Qualified 8th, which I'm pretty chuffed with, so only the second meeting on track this season, and I qualified with a 1:43, but being stuck behind a slightly slower rider that just had more power than me on the straights, I think I was confidently giving away about a second of in terms of time on my true pace, so I think I could have confidently got into the 1:42s. Unfortunately, that was about the only high point of the weekend. The first race on the Saturday managed about 3 or 4 laps before I got an intermittent misfire on the bike. We came off the track for safety. When I did so, went back into the paddock, stripped the bike down, checked everything out, and we found what we seemed to be the fault, which we thought was the quick shifter. Disconnected the quick shifter, bike started brilliantly, revved freely again, gave it a run around the paddock, seemed to be working okay. Went out for the second race and I didn't even make it past the first corner because the gear linkage snapped. Sorry, not snapped, come apart. So the rod where the thread goes in between the quick shifter switch and the actual gear shift rod just pulled apart. The thread had stripped inside the aluminium rod. I thought that had been the source of all my problems, because I thought what was happening is the quick shifter was sticking inside the rod and was just canting over and not allowing the switch to operate properly. So went down to Alan Russell, picked up a new shift rod, rebuilt all that on Saturday night, got it adjusted, went out for morning practice on the Sunday. Bike ran faultlessly again, did 2.5 laps. It seemed to be working really well, and then come the race on the Sunday, went back out. About 3/4 of the way around the warm-up lap, the bike misfired again, so I pulled off and effectively called that the end of the weekend. The bike evidently has developed a heat-related electrical issue. Possibly, I think it can only be one of two things. Either I'm getting a coil breakdown, so I'm going to change out the coils, or I've got a fuel filter problem, so I'm also going to change the fuel filter, because it might be that the fuel filter is blocked and it gives flow for a period of time, but as you start getting more pressure on the system, it then can't keep up with the flow, because when the bike is left to sit for a while or left cold, it starts again and seems to run without an issue. So we've got a little bit more work to do there. I didn't go back out for the second race. It was unsafe. The bike kept cutting out and I didn't want to put any of the other riders at risk. Frustrating. That's the last meeting I'm going to do this season, primarily because I don't like Brands Indy, which is the last round of the season for Thunderbikes. I was going to enter into Snetterton on the 1098S, but I've decided that it's just better to go get track time on a track day, get back up to speed. So it's going to be quite a full program in the off season of track days. Going to do a couple of track days across in Europe, so probably Spain. Get some nice dry track time, like 3 or 4 days back to back, and really work on bike setup and getting the speed back out. So this video, albeit frustrating, has got a lot of forward-facing footage. There's some interesting incidents, and I do hope you enjoy that. There'll be plenty more videos to come, so I wouldn't worry about that. So please keep watching. Enjoy this video, and I'll see you at the end of it. Well, there you go, some great footage there. Hope you enjoyed watching that. I think you'll have to agree, pretty good save. I think that's the closest I've come to coming off a bike without actually coming off. And quite nerve-wracking going across grass that had only been rained on earlier that day. So that was not bad at all. As you can see, quite frustrating weekend with the amount of cutouts I had electrically on the bike. But we'll get there, we'll get it fixed, and we will find the problem, which I think I might have already isolated on. So, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that video, chuck us a like down below. Any questions or comments, then likewise stick those down below, and I'll try and get back to you as soon as possible. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. Would really welcome you to the channel. Plenty more footage to come, plenty more builds going on. Got to finish the Panigale that sits behind me. Got a 916 engine on the bench ready to build a pro stock Formula bike, and I've got loads of little odds and sods to do on the 748 for a start to resolve that. I've got some servicing to do on it to make sure that it's good, ready for next season as well. So thanks for watching. See you later now. Cheers. Bye.